Hi, this is Andrew Moore Crispin for Gadget TV on Butterscotch.com, taking a look at the Acer Aspire Revo R3600 model. Now, this is a very small format computer. Acer's calling it a nettop. Now, while ASUS pioneered the netbook category, Acer arguably perfected it with the Acer Aspire 1. This is the next logical step. This is a nettop, so basically extending the netbook concept to the desktop. So you can see here, it's a pretty slick-looking PC. In the box, you get this wireless keyboard. You also get this wireless mouse. Now, in truth, I would actually budget a little bit extra for better keyboard and mouse. We've actually had some trouble getting this to connect to the Acer Aspire Revo. Usually, all you really have to do is press the connect button for a second, but it's an annoyance if it happens every time you boot up. It also comes with this, which is a desktop stand, so you can have it sitting in this configuration. You could also have it laying flat on your desk. Also in the package, this webcam on some weird pole thing for some reason that you can actually set to sit beside the computer or basically wherever you want. Now, we mentioned the mouse before. There's a USB receiver right here. It's a little hard to get out. There it is. So you plug that into one of the USB ports on the device, and you can connect your keyboard and mouse that way. Personally, I would have much rather seen the circuitry and the receivers for the keyboard and mouse included in this tower, but what are you going to do? Now, this might look like a laptop power adapter, but it's actually the adapter for the Acer Aspire Revo. In keeping the size down, they obviously had to move the power circuitry into that brick. Now, this is really neat. This is the VESA compatible mount. So you can actually, using these holes, which are the VESA standard, you can actually clip this onto, or screw it onto your monitor, and then clip the Acer Aspire Revo in here. So the computer will actually sit on the back of your monitor, effectively giving you an all-in-one PC. Now, if we take a look on the back, you can see a pretty standard array of ports. This is the power adapter. There's a VGA cable here, or VGA input, I should say, here. One thing that's really exciting is this HDMI, so you can actually connect it directly to your HD TV. And the look and feel of the computer, along with just the general styling and the fact that it's so small, means it actually could realistically go beside your HD TV at home. And we see here there's an Ethernet port as well as 4 USB ports on the back. If we take a quick look at the top of the device, there's another USB port here. You can also see a decal for the NVIDIA Ion, which is the graphics driver, graphics chipset in here. The power button is right here. All you have to do, power it up, you're going. And then you see here, there is an eSATA port for connecting a high-speed external hard drive if it's compatible with the eSATA. There's also microphone in, headphone in. You can see here that it's powered by an Intel Atom processor, which we'll talk about in a moment. There's also a card slot here, which accepts SD, some of the Sony memory stick variety memory, as well as XD cards, and it's running Windows Vista. Now, the specs on this computer, this particular model, there are several different options within the product line. This one is running a 1.6 gigahertz Intel Atom processor, 2 gigabytes of RAM, DDR2 RAM, as well as a 160 gigabyte hard drive. Now, as you might have noticed on our little product tour, there is no optical drive here. But other than the optical drive, you really are ready just to plug it into a monitor that you already have and get up and running. There are several different options within the product category. Like I said, you can get one that runs a Linux version with an 8 gigabyte SSD hard drive on board. You can get this model, which has 160 gigabytes. There's also, I think it goes up to about 320 gigabytes. The Linux model that we mentioned, maybe if you're really doing kind of low-level computing and you don't need a lot of power and you don't need a lot of storage, you're doing all cloud computing and that kind of thing, or if you're maybe getting a computer for an elderly parent just to be able to get online, type out a few emails and that kind of thing, that's something you might want to consider at $350. But realistically, for a fully functional computer, you want to look a little higher up the scale at the $400 or the $450 models. So that's a quick look at the Acer Aspire Revo R3600. For Gadget TV, I'm Andrew Moore Crispin. For more sweet stuff, visit butterscotch.com.